And I'm wearing purple today, so there's that. Welcome to Love Babs Love Talk. I'm in my new space. I love it. I don't think I have enough light. I don't know, how lit do I look, Harry? I look lit? Do I look ashy? You can't really tell when you have these lights on you. I might need some more light somewhere, but I'm sitting in front of the porch. See, there it is. I'm sitting here enjoying myself. Welcome to Love Babs Love Talk. I'm Babs Rose Ivy. It's around 9 o'clock. I'm sitting in my big chair. I've got Doug Hausladen coming on at 9:30 to talk about the CANAL doc. You don't need more light? I don't need more light? I don't know how to take that, Harry. What do you mean I don't need more light? I walk in light and love, Harry. Light and love. I got Doug Hausladen coming on at 9:30 to talk about the 2025 Dragon Boat Regatta. I almost forgot that this was going on because it's been going on for a few years now. He's going to come on and talk all about it. But if you've never seen this thing, it's incredible. So it's over the next January 5th and 6th. So I'm going to try to see if I could get over there and see what's happening. Because I think this is a cool kind of thing. A good use of our shores, right? Because New Haven is not landlocked. We are a coastal city, and we should take advantage of that. As a matter of fact, we have a whole city park dedicated to the lighthouse, dedicated to the coast. And what makes our Lighthouse Point Park so interesting is that you could be on the beach or not. You could be on a grassy area or not. It's a wonderful place to go out there, and if you want to catch some sea and sand. I used to take my kids like every day one year, and it wore them out. It was the best thing. You get out there at around 11, pack a picnic and snacks, lots of water. And the only thing I would say is I want them to remodel the bathrooms. I know that's not a priority, but if they could renovate the bathrooms, make them more user friendly and cleaner. They're not nasty, but they're just old, and it's time for some modern updates. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the Dragon Boat Regatta that's coming up. So Doug is going to come on and talk all about that. I'm looking forward to hearing about it because I don't know that much about it. Except for what I read. And when I get closer to him coming on, I'll tell you the history that I know. So anyway, thank you, Rev Kev, for yesterday morning for coming on to talk about the International Festival of Arts and Ideas, specifically Monique Miller, who is the Visionary Leader Awardee this year, the 15th Visionary Leader Awardee. And if you're all around June 11th, you can come hear her speak and be spoken with, and then go to a swanky reception in her honor. So that'll be fun. Friday, I got my sorors on, the Sisters of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and the Brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. I think it's the EO chapter. They're coming on because it's free market time. Y'all know what free market is. We've been doing this thing. Oh my God. I don't even know what year we're in. Are we in the 20th year? At least 10, I know. So they're coming on, and they're coming on to talk about free market and all the stuff that you expect from free market. I do not go to free market because I am the worst person for free market. Why? Because I will come home with stuff and I don't need it. And I got enough stuff as it is. But for those of you who are looking for something, I mean, there'll be all kinds of stuff: books, furniture, clothing. Um, um, it's a health fair. Get your blood pressure checked. Get your blood sugar checked. Find out your HIV status. I mean, there's a lot. There is a lot that you can do. So it's coming up. I believe it's Saturday. And if you're around, you should absolutely go. You should absolutely go. So I may stop by. I have legal writing. Oh my God, I have to get in tune with that. So I have legal writing on Saturday morning from 9 to 1, I think. So I've got to be prepared for that. I lost my notebook. Well, it's not lost. It's somewhere in the mix. My bag that has all that work in it because I have homework that I have to do. So I've got to look for that thing. So maybe that's what I'll do this afternoon. I've got to find it. Oh my Lord, I have to find it. So because I have homework. I cannot not do homework. So anyway. Oh, Harry, I think this light is very harsh for me. I think I need a softer light. Not that soft. Is that a little better? Is that softer? I don't know. It just looks like I need a softer light. Not because I'm aging, but because I just look from where I sit, I look washed out. But maybe if I go to the web, if I go online and look at the picture, I might be all right. I'm not vain by any stretch of any imagination. So, and high five, Ife got a new whip. It's a cute car. Ife got a car. It's so cute. And it's cute like she's cute. It's cute. Cute, cute, cute. So, if you see her tooting around, she drove by yesterday. She came by yesterday. I need to give her some keys to the house. But, this key situation we got is so involved. I've never seen a more involved key situation in this house. Okay. I'm looking at myself. I don't look too washed out. Oh no, that's all right. I think I turned a bright light off, you know, because it's just oh no, that was yesterday. That's yesterday's light. That's very bright. Anyway, listen, I got to get these things right. Not that I care, because I don't think I care that much. Oh, I see. That's a good light. That's a good light. See, on my desktop, it looks dark. It looks a little, maybe I just need to adjust the color coding in my camera. But that looks like good light. And I'm gonna move my camera down a little bit so I don't look like I'm sinking. Okay, I'm gonna go with this light. I look like a penny. Do you know what I mean? I look like a penny. So anyway, I'm just gonna. So I'm in my new house. There's so much I have to do. Like I haven't even started on my bathroom yet. So I went upstairs to the girls' bathroom, took a shower in their bathroom. It's all cute up there. Their space is cute, cute, cute. It's very cute. So I gotta get my space together. I'm inspired. I'm telling you, I went up there, I was like, wow. So now I gotta get my game on point. I've got to do this thing. So I know I'm snapping. Snappy. I don't know where my mouse is for my Mac. I got so much stuff. I'm gonna get to it though. So I have to figure out a game plan. Not too much is gonna happen because I've got so much to do. And then I'm away next week, Harry. My last retreat of the year. I do 3 of them with the Graustein Memorial folks. This is the last one, and then I don't do it again until next year, and we'll see what that looks like because law school. Um, yeah. So I got some time this afternoon. I have to go to the doctor's, and I have to do that, and then I've got more tech rehearsal tonight. And now I don't see anything on my calendar for tomorrow, so they might be cutting us. They told us to hold the date just in case we need the rehearsal. We'll definitely be back at it on Friday. But it would be nice if we could have a little bit of a break tomorrow because I've been very, very tired. And I think, the toll of the move, the toll of the packing and then the actual moving and then here and I still have to unpack is a lot. There are things that need to happen and I haven't had opportunity to make them happen. So I've got things to do. I got work to do. I got work, baby. I got a job, baby. So there's a lot going on. I still have to get to the gym. I have a doctor's appointment. And then tech night. And I think the weather is cooperating today. I think we're gonna feel like summer weather is here. But New Haven is the Northeast is tricky. It could feel like well, the high is only like 70, maybe 79, 80 at 3 o'clock. We'll see. And then it'll drop back down to the 60s. Although I must say, sleeping in my new space, it's nice. I realize I need some lamps. I need a floor lamp for my because the basement is finished and I was gonna initially live down there. Not live down there, but put my bed up and stuff down there. But now I think what I'm going to do is just make it a full-on closet. It's just gonna straight be my closet. Clothes, shoes, accessories, the whole nine. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. And then I might trick it out with a little floral wallpaper. We'll see, or paint it a lively color. Maybe it'll become the pink color that I want. So we'll see. I've got as soon as I get back from Soul Stitch, it'll be on and popping. You know, I got these ridiculous stucco walls in my living space, so I think I'm gonna try to cover them with something. If I put up enough, even if I don't cover them, they still have to be painted because I don't know what color this is. This dreary color, but it's just yeah. So I need to give it a nice run. So that's what I'll do. I'll give it a nice paint, and then we'll see what happens. So, but anyway, enough. I'm tired, but I got a good night's sleep last night, and it's good. And I have a window right by my bed, so I can lift the window. And it's very quiet on this street, which is nice. I mean, it was quiet on Ivy Street too, which is around the corner, which was nice. But this is a different kind of vibe. It's a very different. The little libraries out there, people have been rifling through the books. So I need to just go and stock some books out there. I'll probably do that sometime today because it needs it. I've got another plant. Thank you, Ifioma uh, Nwoke. She gave me a plant that's sitting in my car, which I need to get. So I'm excited by that. People have been bringing flowers, so they're on the porch and they look lovely. So I'm building my life. So it's good. So there's a bench on my porch that I think I'm gonna take downstairs. I think I'm gonna take it downstairs. I think I'm gonna take one of these chairs downstairs too, because I don't think they're necessary for here. And I think the pillows that I have, I'm gonna toss them out because they're just there. And I'm gonna put some different pillows in the space. So, you know what? We are moving right along. We are moving right along. So, it's a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a journey. I'm here for it. I'm up for it. I need to find another pair of sneakers. I've been wearing the same sneakers for 2 weeks, and yee. So I've worn these sneakers more these last couple of weeks than I've ever worn them in the years that I had them. So I probably should go get me another pair of sneakers, pair of walking sneakers. But I've got a lot of things that need to happen, and I still have to set up the rest of the office stuff, like my printer and da 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 da, that kind of stuff. So I have to do that. Um, and I'm not sure if I want the printer in here. So we'll see what happens. I'm not. I don't want the space to look like an office. I want it to look, like a place where, you know, a chill space, chill space. I'm trying to live without chaos. I want softness and prettiness around me. So just trying to figure that out. You know. So little stuff like that. Little stuff like that. I went into Home Depot yesterday. Now, I'm not buying anything in Home Depot, but I did go and sort of look. My next stop is IKEA. Just not today. Now, I don't think I'll get to IKEA unless tomorrow I don't get a if we don't have play rehearsal tomorrow, then I will go to IKEA. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm not making no promises, you know. I'm not making any promises. But I'd like to go to IKEA. So let me tell you about the 2025 Dragon Boat Regatta. So, about dragon boating. Dragon boating is a thrilling water sport that originated over 2,000 years ago in ancient China. Traditionally, it was used in rituals to honor the water dragon deity and promote community unity. Today, dragon boating has evolved into an exciting competitive sport that embodies teamwork, synchronization, and a festive spirit. So they're asking folks to join them to support this amazing New Haven community building tradition. So of course they're calling for volunteers. You can go to the canal.org, and they've got it's all up there. It tells you all the stuff. There's video up there. You could watch it. Um, there's a registration. This not a cheap sport though. I will tell you that. But there's registration. There's divisions, men's, women's, mixed teams. It's June 5th and 6th from 3 to 6. But you could get there at 7 and start registering, check in, team setup, team meeting at 7:30. This is in the morning. Then the first heats begin at 8 o'clock. The championship races at noon, and celebrity ceremony and celebration at 12:30. So you're not. I mean, it's a good chunk of the early part of the day, but it's not all day. But it could be all day because I'm sure they got all kinds of stuff going on. So the awards are set up very interesting. Race champions. Of course, there's a first place trophy, medals for the top 3 teams, mixed divisions, medals for the top team, men and women divisions, spirit awards, best team cheer song. They want you to get loud and creative. This is fun. I think it's going to be fun. Best drummer costume, the wilder the better. The best tent decoration, show your team pride. So, how to stand out. Pick a team name, make it unique and memorable. Create a cheer song. A simple go team won't cut it. Dress up your drummer. The more outrageous, the better. Decorate your tent. Think banners, flags, and team colors, and then tag them on social media. Hashtag NHDragonBoat to show off your team spirit. So now I have to go see this. Now I'm interested. Now I want to see. So Doug will come on and he'll give me the history. How long New Haven has been doing this? How long he's been involved? Is he responsible for bringing this here? And does he participate? That's what I want to know. Is Doc out there? Hee ho, hee ho. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So I'm interested in this, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, and I think it'll be fun. I've never gone. I heard tell of it, but I've never gone. And they do all kinds of stuff. I did not know so many activities ran out of the canal dock, canal boathouse. I didn't know so many things. You can learn how to row, all that kind of stuff. They have adult lessons. I don't even know if you have to learn know how to swim. I think they put you in a thing, and a life preserver. So if you tip over, at least you could get rescued. You won't drown. I don't know. I'm gonna ask though, but I know they have a lot of stuff. And had this been around when my kids were little, I certainly would have signed them up. They would have been out there rowing and all that kind of stuff, on the high seas. And by high seas, I mean the sound. So I want to know more. I'm interested in everything that's going on with the New Haven Community Boating, formerly Canal Dock Boathouse. So New Haven Community Boating. So did they change it? So is it that now? I'm reading this, New Haven Community Boating. So that makes it very user friendly. It's a nice space. If you've not been over there, it's a great space. I tell you, my most favorite thing that I experienced over there was the New Haven Symphony doing a couple of concerts over there, out on the bottom deck, on the deck facing the water. I thought that was a very good use of that space. They should do more stuff over there. And this was during the pandemic when we couldn't gather nowhere with nobody, and had to be 8 feet apart, that kind of stuff. So it was lovely to be out there on a summer evening listening to that music, and then have the backdrop of the bridge and the sound. It's just that's a good use of that space. So I don't know, Harry, if you wanna, we're gonna start the music in a few minutes, because that's what we do over here at WNHH. We give the people what they want. So we're gonna start the music, and then we're gonna get started in a few minutes, and start this conversation because I am interested in the Dragon Boat Regatta. I'm interested in the Dragon Boat Regatta. I am. I am. So I'm gonna see if I can find some time to get over and see it, and see how people decorate. I want to see that. So uh, that's pretty cool. So. Woo! Good morning. We're here to talk about the 2025 Dragon Boat Regatta. Hey, Doug Hausladen. How are you? Hey, Steve. Hey, Marna.
Hey, Babs. Great to be here. Thanks
It's
for
nice to
having me.
see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a good while, Doug.
You've been applying for law schools so much, I've been cheering from a distance, and I can't wait to come over to the house and bring a little housewarming logo.
Oh, come. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Thank you very much. So tell me about the 2025 Dragon Boat Regatta. And how many years has this been going on?
Well, that's great. And I'll introduce my compadres here. President of the Board of New Haven Community Boating, Steve McChesney, and former president of Canal Dock Boathouse, now known as New Haven Community Boating, Marna Wilbur. Welcome, Marna and
Hi.
Steve.
Wait. So the name changed because I've been looking at the site for the last couple of days, and then I actually look at it, and it was like formerly the Canal Dock Boathouse. So what's up with the change?
I'll ask our key president to do the honors.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the name change is a reflection of our mission, really, and where we are, New Haven, community boating with an emphasis on community. And we're all about affordable, equitable access to what's going on in New Haven Harbor. And it's a perspective of seeing the city that not a lot of people get to have, really. And we're on a mission to have a lot more people get there. And within the last couple of years, we introduced sailing. And overall, we have over 200 members now as part
Wow.
of the boathouse. Yeah,
Wow.
it's
So
exciting.
so sailing for like children, adults, everybody, anybody?
Yeah, so for right now, adult sailing, it's adult sailing. 18-year-old and up. And eventually we hope to have a youth program as well. Currently we do have rowing programs. So we have an adult rowing program and
Ah,
also youth rowing programs. So we do have youth rowing. In fact, we have a bunch of summer clinics, 1 week summer clinics this summer that are free to New Haven Public School, high school folks and rising freshmen. And they should check it out on the website if rowing was ever an interesting thing to try out.
I bet you they don't even know that. So
I
this
bet
is
they don't.
good that we're talking about this. Okay, so Marna, you were the past president of the Canal Boathouse. Are you still connected to the new community boating
I
org?
am. I've actually I got involved with the boathouse long, like when Mayor DeStefano was still around, trying to find the funds to actually build this thing.
Oh.
I've been involved, I think, since the genesis practically. And although I'm no longer serving on the board, I'm still the co-chair with Doug of the eighth annual Dragon Boat Regatta happening on June 7th.
So 8 years. So
Yeah.
what made you want to do this? Like, what was the? Were y'all having cocktails and you said, you know what we need?
Interesting idea. It actually started about 10 or 11 years ago, before we actually even had the structure. And we said we need to bring attention to the fact that this structure is going to be built there on New Haven Harbor. And so at the time, the president was John Pescatore. And John Pescatore and the other board members, we said, what's a great way to get the community involved with no experience necessary and just have a great time out on the water? And we said, it's dragon boating. And
Really?
yes, it's basically, I might get flack for this, but it's basically like being in a canoe and sitting side by side with somebody. Someone's paddling on the left side or the port side, someone's paddling on the right side or the starboard side, and there's basically a bunch of seats for 16 to 20 paddlers. There's a steers person in the back, and up in the front is a drummer in great regalia and costume, banging and banging and banging, keep cadence for everybody to paddle at the same time in sync.
Wow.
So really,
So
you need to have a little bit of rhythm, which clearly, Babs, you could be a drummer based on the
I
music that was picked earlier, right?
listen. I'm not gonna cross it out, but all right. So now, how many teams? Because I was reading up on it this morning. You have teams, mixed teams, and
Yes.
men's teams, women's teams.
This year we have 13 teams participating.
Wow.
Yep. And two teams in particular have been with us every single year and have grown from having one boat to three boats. And that's
Wow.
the teams from Asa Abloy and Tough Girl Fitness in Hamden.
Oh, I know them. Yes.
Yeah. So between them, that's 6 of our 13 boats.
Wow. And so, is it now? Is this part of a like? If you do New Haven Dragon Regatta, do you go do other regattas? Like, does this make you want to go do other ones?
We're hoping so. We have You have to have a dragon boat. We do have what they call a baby dragon boat. So it's half the size. And so we can get people out. And in fact, when we have our community days, and I'm sure Steve will talk about those later, we take the dragon boat out. So instead of 20 people paddling, you have like 8 people paddling and a steers person, and you can have a drummer. So we get people out on the water in the dragon boat. But yeah, the goal really is, now that we're in our 8th year, is to really try and generate some more interest in maybe a dragon boat club. potentially at the boathouse, and then usually something's going to catch fire. Everyone's going to have a good time, and there's lots of places to participate within a really easy driving distance to participate in other dragon boat regattas.
So, Doug, what's your relationship to this? Like, how did you
Well,
get started? Are you one of the ones that are on one of these things, or?
that's a great question. I'm not one of the presidents or past presidents of the organization, so that's
Yeah.
not my association. I like Steve said, I was convinced by Chris Ozick that what we need to do right now is to get every New Havener on the water so that they can see New Haven from the harbor and that they can appreciate that the cause of and solution to most of our problems are water related, water dependent. So I'm a big fan of water. I'm 70% water, basically. No big deal. And so I've been on the board now for 3 years of Canal Dock Boathouse, formerly Canal Dock Boathouse. Now it's known as New Haven Community Boating. So my relation is just supporting Marna as Deputy Canal Dragon Boat Regatta person this year. I'll be prime next year and she'll be deputy. I'll hopefully rope her into one more year of service for the handoff. But for me, it's really, I've been a paddler. I've been a drummer. I've been a runner, taking the scores up to the judges. But mostly I'm just a guy on the deck trying to help out and make sure the event goes well.
So Marna and Steve, what does it require? How much manpower do you need to make this happen? Because this sounds like this can't be two people. This has got to be, full on organizational push.
Oh yeah, it takes a village. Steve and another participant on our planning committee, Randall Road, they've been organizing and trying to recruit volunteers. So we have people. A lot of the volunteerism is around safety and on the water safety. So we have safety boats out on the water manned with 2 people, so that in the event that something happens, there's someone driving the boat. And while someone's keeping an eye on people out on the water, something happens on people, whatever. We're ready for all the precautions. We have people setting up tents in the morning for a medical tent, a registration tent, a DJ tent. You could have a job there too, Babs.
Oh my God. All right. So where is this happening? Is it on, like, tell me, where do these tents go? Like, give me the visual.
The visual is you're on the street, you're looking at Canal Dock Boathouse, walk down the platform, and then tuck in behind the back of the boathouse. And out there is where you'll start to see a bunch of tents along the sides. You'll see a couple of food trucks. You'll see the DJ booth. You'll see a judge's tent. You'll see a finish line between the Canal Dock Boathouse and El Gabbiano. So it's a really good viewing area to just kind of, view from there. It all just happens. All the magic happens behind on the water side of the building.
And so what time does this get started? Because I was reading, it was like people are showing up at 7 a.m., but then the races don't start till like what time?
The first race should go off at 8 o'clock.
In the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, we get people to show up because they set up tents.
Mm-hmm.
And these tents are, oh, awesome, Doug. We set up these tents because there's a spirit award for the best campsite. And there's also spirit awards for the best drummer costume and the best team chant. And so everyone is encouraged to show up, set up their tents, dress them all up. We have a captain's meeting. We have this is really cool. We have a dotting of the I's ceremony. That's very traditional with dragon boating, in that all the dragon boats have a head and a tail. And the dragon boat heads are placed on a table. And prior to the start of the event, people are invited to come and paint the eyes on the dragon.
Oh,
Because that awakens their spirit and their energy to go out and race. And then once the dotting of the I's ceremony takes place, those heads get placed on the dragon boats. And, who maybe someone did a really great job and they're gonna, their dragon's gonna pull for them.
Now, you said something at the top of our conversation that you don't have to have any experience, and I'm looking at this picture. What exactly does that mean?
Okay, so on the left-hand side, you see the person in the orange. That is the professional steers person. We
Okay.
contract with an outside organization who brings us the full dragon boats, and provides us with people to give instruction to the team participants a couple days prior to the regatta, and then they also are the steers people. On the far right, you see a gentleman with the blue life jacket on and the drum in front of him. He's the drummer, so he's the one setting the pace for everyone to paddle. And then you see everybody in the boat there sitting side by side, some on the left, some on the right, and the goal is to really paddle completely in sync.
Okay. So this is a race. So, this is a race that people want to win. So
Yes.
even if you don't have it, you have to get everybody. Wow, that is look at this. This is incredible. How fast does this go?
Basically, because we are technically an very amateur organization, and we don't have professional teams, or real solid club teams, this is a more recreational regatta in that the race is only about 200 to 250 yards. It sort of depends on the weather. And so that is completed in about a minute. Let's call it about a minute sprint from start to finish.
Oh, that looks so much fun. So you get people, y'all, who may not be doing this often, or maybe this is their first time doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah, in fact, years ago, when I was first involved with the Dragon Boat Regatta, one of the participants was someone I worked with, and he had never been on the water, let alone in a boat. And he found this whole experience so enlightening and so much fun that he then became a bit of a dragon boat groupie. Couldn't wait for the next year, for the next regatta, and he's also been in some of our publicity videos that we've had for the boathouse in the past.
So Steve, talk to me about how do you raise money for this? Do you raise money for this? Like, is this is not cheap? I know it's not cheap.
Yeah, so we do have a few sponsors. We could always use more. In fact, New Haven Rise is one of our sponsors. Thank you, Mr. Hausladen. And we're now a station or a site for that. So one way to get down to the boathouse is by e-bike. And you can come down there. Parking is tight, so there's a little bit of public parking, and then down at the Maritime Center as well. But you should ride an e-bike down to have the whole experience. So
I love it.
yeah, and so we are able to offset the costs from the boats. So each boat has an entry fee that goes along with it. And then we also have the ability for community members to join as individual paddlers too. So together that offsets the cost of it.
Doug, you make a good point to see New Haven from that vantage point, because I think sometimes, Doug, we forget that New Haven is a coastal city, and I always think we don't use our coastal asset to our advantage oftentimes.
Well, and I just want to shout out Chris Ozick, who took me on a boat once and told me that, and I really hook, line, and sinker, I fell for it. But, we have 3 great rivers. We have a harbor, the only deep water port between New Haven and Boston. And I'll tell you that being out on the water is just so peaceful and quiet, especially if it's non-motorized. Also peaceful in a different way if it's motorized. But so getting out on the water is just really part of our history, part of our culture, part of our people here in New Haven. And I think the Dragon Boat Regatta is one of those really great, easy ways. If you haven't been on a boat lately or are afraid to get in there, you'll have professionals to spot you. You'll have 16 members to row with. You really don't need much skills in order to join. And I was thinking, like, this is the equivalent of kickball is for softball. you know. And we're really excited about the Dragon Boat. The concept of there are professional leagues, there are, semi-professional leagues. You could actually do a training team and travel team and go down to St. Petersburg, Florida, that has a bunch, Sarasota, Florida, and Vancouver, British Columbia, Seattle, Washington, and everything like that. So for us at the New Haven Community Boating, our mission is to get people in the water. And step one, get on the water and do it safely. And so this is a great way to just break the ice and dip your toes in, not to have too many more water-based metaphors, but we're not going to throw you off the deep end. We're just asking you to dip your toes in here for the Dragon Boat Regatta this Saturday from 7 to 2.
I love it. So now, have you all gone to other regattas? Like, do you go to other regattas and say, "Oh, I like what they do. Let me take something back," or "Oh no, I don't think we want to do particularly that thing"? Like, do you go and not sort of criticize, but sort of see, what you could bring back?
So far, we have not traveled to any other regattas, not as an organized group. The group that does co-host this with us, that provides the boats, they are incredibly informative and very generous with their feedback on our event, on all the information they learn from other new locations that they go to, and what's working, what's not working. So we get the benefit of their advice.
Okay.
And
go ahead,
Babs, if I can jump in and just say, if you get the Dragon Boat fever, there's another Dragon Boat Festival happening just in Hartford. It's called the Riverfront Dragon Boat and Asian Festival, presented by Mohegan Sun Online Casino. That's a mouthful. Mm-hmm. August 16th, 2025. So you could just, cruise on up the Hartford line and walk over to Riverfront Recapture and participate again in another Dragon Boat in 3 months' time or 2 months' time. Pretty exciting.
Wow, it's a summer activity. So how much lead time do you need to think about if you want to do this? Like, how much time it's not a whole lot of training going on, right?
Well, that's a great point, and I'll tip it over to Marna for a second. But if there are individuals that are looking for a good time on Saturday morning, we do have a few empty spots on boats, so don't hesitate to come down. We have food trucks. We have a lot of fun. It's a bit of a festival for the Dragon Boat Day. I'll put another picture up showing how many people are on the platform. But for the most part, yeah, you don't need a lot of participation, but there are practices for those teams that want to take it a little more seriously. So tonight, tomorrow, Friday, we have practices for the teams that are participating. Marna, you want to say a little more?
We start to reach out to past year participants just at the end of the year, just so that they can also think in terms of budgeting for employee events. And so we kind of get their verbal commitment at the end of the calendar year. And then we basically start communicating with them in like January, February, getting their invoices, getting them to recruit teams, etc.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so this is the 8th one.
Yes.
And you're still asking for volunteers. Like, people can still sign up to be volunteers.
Sure.
You could go to their website. The event is this weekend. I think the weather is going to be lovely, I think. And I don't know, we've been having this
20% chance of rain, 100% chance of fun, I think, is where we're at right now.
I like that. Is there some music too, Doug? Is there a DJ? What else is happening?
You know that there's going to be a DJ if we're having it. It's a New Haven party, so we're going to be having a DJ. We have food trucks set up. You can see them in the background of the platform right there. And hopefully if people get a chance to come down and experience it, it is worthwhile and to just experience. I'll play another, I'll show another video for those that are watching online. But if you get the bug and you really want to get excited, join us as a member for Sail Haven, for our crew team, our Row Haven events as well. Check us out at New Haven Community Boating, because we've got more than just dragon boats, but we also do have a dragon boat that you can use all year round if you want.
Oh, really? See, that I did not know, because I think some people might want to like touch it and see it and be, you know what I mean? Like, let me get a little user friendly with it before I just jump out there and be in the race.
Yeah, and we have actually 3 open houses during the summer, in June, July, and August, and they're on Sunday, and they're open to the public. And in the morning, because the water's flatter and calmer, we do paddling and rowing from 9 till noon, and then in the afternoon we take people out sailing on the harbor. We have volunteer skippers, and you go out on our bigger sailboats. They can take like 4 to 6 adults, and anyone 5 years and older is welcome to come with an adult too. And you get to experience all of the boathouse, everything we're doing, and get to check out the space. We have 2 big, beautiful boat bays, full of boats. So if someone's trying to scratch an itch and see what it's about, it's a great way to come out with us
I
and get on
love
the
this
water.
because I got to tell you, Steve and Doug and Marna, I had no idea this was going on at the boathouse. I always think of the boathouse as just an event space. I had no idea any of this stuff was going on. Periodically, Mike Twitty would post, "Oh, there's a rowing thing going on." I was like, "Oh, that's cute," and then I had no idea. So this is a real awareness. And I could talk about this now, like, oh, I could push people to go do it, and organizations that like put together kids and, well, not so much kids, but adults who want to do it.
Yeah. The
This
other thing we're
this
also
is
doing
terrific.
is we're partnering with UNH. They're doing a series of talks in their boat bay. So now UNH is in with us in the building too. And the last one I went to was great, and it was talking about what's under the water. So about the ecology of what's going on across the sound. There was one recently with John Buell, a former Sound School and history teacher, talking about the history of New Haven and the harbor and what's going on. So there's a lot of life and a lot of activity going on at the boathouse.
And a rich history with this harbor too,
Yep.
particularly with William Lansing and the history of how the sound became the sound.
Not to be too hokey here and not to put out how much of a dork I am, because look at me, I'm looking a little dorky, but shout out to Adrienne Jefferson, who joined us last year, former director of arts, culture, and tourism. She had not been on the water in the New Haven Harbor ever. She joined the team. She had a blast. Look at how big that smile is.
I love. She looks adorable. Y'all look cute as all get out.
So, if you're a little timid, don't be shy. You can do it. We will make sure that you're safe on the water and you can do your thing.
Oh, I
And we
love
need
it.
spectators too. We need people to come
Spectators
down
are fun, yeah.
and cheer, right? I mean,
Yeah, I
if
think
nothing
people.
else.
I think people will feel comfortable doing that first. Like, let me go see what this is. And oh, this is very exciting. I'm so glad that y'all came on this morning and brought this. How many people show up to this thing? Do you know? You have a sense?
We'll have about 400 people between
That's a lot. That's a lot of
participants and
people.
spectators.
That's a lot of people, particularly in that particular. People could find parking and get over there and all of that. I see you, Doug, with that
Yeah,
Ride
yeah.
New Haven.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So
pitch it.
parking's tight, as the president of the board said. But if you're interested, we Ride New Haven has sponsored the Dragon Boat Regatta and created 10 free rides using the code DBR 2025 throughout the entire Dragon Boat and the New Haven community boating season, which has already launched May 24th. We're open for business. We'll be going through October 31st. So you can take an electric bike share or one of the green regular bike shares, head on down to Canal Dock, and you can park it right outside of Canal Dock. Or if you just want to drive, bike through and then head on down to the food trucks, do your thing. But, I think it's really exciting to open up the waterfront and really expand the access to not only the harbor, but Quinnipiac River, West River, and Mill River as well.
And you have a whole school over there. Sound School sits like just up the water a little bit from all this activity.
All the water-based folks are really participatory and really helping each other out. And the Sound School is a tremendous asset in City Point, but they do great summer programming as well. And I'll pass it over to Steve for more comments.
Yeah, they're a feeder for us too, which is really great. Joel Zakin, who is really a force behind Sail Haven, also teaches racing over there at Sound School. And so our dock masters and assistant dock masters are coming from the Sound School and for summer jobs. So it's really nice to see it coming full circle. And as we look to our own youth programming coming hopefully next year, we're trying to fill a niche for high school students. They don't have, they may have gone with Gather and learned how to sail, through schooner camp, and now they want to keep going with it. So we're hoping to be that outlet as time goes by.
Wow. And so you have covered all the bases.
Let me just add in too that there are a lot of water-based employment opportunities that are hidden to the eye of the land seeker. So if you're on land all the time, you might not recognize just how many opportunities are out there on the water. We have a working waterfront here in New Haven, and not only in New Haven, but all along the coastline of Connecticut, from small special sloops that, what was the New Haven style boat, Steve or Marna? Remember that? There was a New Haven. The Sharpie, from the Sharpie all the way up to the world's first nuclear sub. We have a lot of water-based, marine-based
economy
here in Connecticut, and there's a lot of opportunity for those that hadn't yet sought that out. So it's, could be worse than spending a day on the water.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us got our first introduction to sailing in the water through the Amistad, right? Like a lot of us, we took the ride and the tours on the Amistad. But when I was a kid, Doug, in New Haven, I remember the Liberty Bell. So,
the happy hour cruises.
Yes, I remember those. I was always too
I remember
young to
hearing
be
that.
on those. I was too young to be on them, but I knew of them. So New Haven has a real water history. Real water history. Well,
Absolutely.
thank y'all for coming on this morning. The Dragon Boat Regatta is this Saturday and Sunday.
Just Saturday.
Just this Saturday.
Just
yeah.
Saturday, and you can get out there. How early can people show up? Like
7 o'clock.
spectators.
Well, most of the teams will be flowing in around 7 o'clock. So I would say show up at 7 o'clock. Watch the dotting of the I's ceremony. Sing the national anthem with us. Lift every voice. Have a great time. It starts right in the beginning.
And find out if Tough Girls will be triumphant yet again.
Yes,
Oh, really?
again.
So
Yes.
they're the ones to beat?
They're the ones to beat.
They are
Girl
for
power.
2 years now.
Wow. Oh, okay. A little trash
They
talking.
traditionally have an all women boat and 2 mixed boats, males and
Okay.
females.
Wow. High five to them. Well, hopefully, girl power will reign supreme yet again. So, well, thank y'all for coming on this morning. I so enjoyed this conversation and learning about all the happenings at the New Haven. What is it called now? What's the new name? Say it again.
New Haven Community Boating.
I
And what
love
we can
it.
say, Babs, is we'll see you around the boathouse.
You shall. I'm making my business now. Now it's going to be my new thing. I will see y'all soon. I'll see you on the water.
Thank you.
Thanks, Babs.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thanks,
Thank
Harry.
you very much. Thank you, Harry. All right, so they're going to log off. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll be back at 10:15 with something else to talk about. But I'm going to put the New Haven Community Boating on my radar now. Now I want a dragon race. I'm going to put it on my list.
I'll be on your team, Babs. Come on down and claim my
Yes,
boat.
let's do it, Doug.
Hi, this is Babs Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.